In this video, I'm going to go over how to create groups in Blackboard. The first thing you want to do is determine which course you want to create groups in. I'm going to go into the course, and then on your menu panel, you should have a link that says groups. If you do not have this link here, then you can simply go under users and groups and select the group option, and it takes you to the group page. Now, to create the groups, you will select the create option on the top left, and you have two options. You can create each group singularly, or you can create a set of groups all at once and then customize them each on their own. With the group setups, you do have self-enroll, which means that you're just creating the groups and you are allowing your students to select which group they would like to join. If you click on a manual enroll, you as the instructor are the one who is selecting which groups each student is allotted. And under group sets, you have the random enroll, and that means that Blackboard is going to randomly select which students go into which group. For this example, I'll show you how to set up a group set, and I'm going to do manual enroll. So here under the names part, just give, what kind of names you want all the groups to have. So I'm going to name this term paper group project. Here in the description box, you are going to write, the description for each group. So this has to be very generic, not specifically to a group. So my instructions are: you have all selected the topic to write a paper on together. And if I wanted to write more, I can, but just keep in mind this description is going to be the same for each group. Under that, you have here group is visible to students. We want to mark that as yes. We want the students to be able to see who are the other group members and where to find the group itself. Under that, you have tools availability. So these are all the tools students have access to in groups. So if you utilize the blog, the journals, the wikis, and the tasks, then you can keep everything selected. What I do recommend deselecting is the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. We do not have Blackboard Collaborate Ultra just yet, so that tool is actually not functional. So I do recommend deselecting this option. And then here at the bottom, where it says group set options, you're going to determine how many groups you want. For this example, I'm going to create just 2 groups, and I am going to click submit. As you can see, the groups have been numbered for me automatically as group project 1 and group project 2. If I wanted to rename, the groups, if I don't want them to be this long name, I can just call it group project 1 and group project 2. As easy as that. The next thing I want to do is add users. So when I click on add users, I get the list of students in my course, and I can hand select which students go into which course. And I'll do the same for the other one. So here are my 2 groups that I've created. You also had the option to randomize the enrollment, and that would have just done the whole enrollment for you in the different orders. And then to save all of these changes, I'm going to click submit. So now I have my group project 1 and group project 2 here. When I click on this is what my students see. They see that they have the group description is you have all selected a topic to write a paper on together, and they're able to see who their other group members are so that they know who they're working with. As you can see right now under group assignments, they do not have any assignments given to them. You will need to set up an assignment as a group submission. So to do that, just go into a content area, and under assessment, click on assignment. And here we're just going to call this group paper. And just write your description. You can set the due date if that is something you want to do. Make sure you give this possible points. And here under submission details, you need to expand this area so that you can see the group submission option. So here, we are going to select which groups are going to be assigned to this particular assignment. So my group project 1 and my group project 2. I am able to give them a single attempt or multiple attempts. And then I can activate that plagiarism tool, and I could click submit. And now when I go back to my groups, if I click into any of these two groups, you can see now they have the group assignments. So you can assign them multiple assignments if there's different things they need to do within the group. As you can see here, you have the add a course module or a group module. So the course modules are just these little boxes that you see here. There are some other ones. There's like the academic materials, alerts, evaluation kit. These are by publishers, announcements, I need help, needs attention. So these are all extra things that if you wanted to, you can definitely add just by clicking on the add button and then clicking OK. You do not need to do that. That is just an option. You can also customize this. So if you wanted them to have a cool color, as you can see now there's this blue coloring to their group. That is all optional and extra. What I do recommend if you do put your students in groups is to utilize kind of like a breakout room for them. So if you establish a meeting in Google Hangout Meet for them to have their specific link just for this group, you can add it here so that they know, this is just for the people who are in this group too. For example, here in my calendar, I have this G2, which I call group 2. I'm going to copy the information for the meeting, and back in Blackboard, if I click on this gray circle, I'm able to edit the information I have displayed here. And I can tell them here's the link to your breakout room. I want to make sure this is a hyperlink, so I'm going to highlight that. And then I'm going to click over here where it says insert. And I'm going to paste that same URL. I'm going to make sure that this opens in a new window for them by changing the target. And I'm going to call this breakout room and click insert. So now this has the hyperlink function for this text right here. And I can click submit. So I believe I did that in my group 2. So here for my group 2, as you can see, it has the same blue theme to it. It has a description, and they have this link so that when they click on it, it takes them to starting the meeting. So this can be very beneficial if you're in the middle of a lecture and you want to give them time to kind of talk to one another, or you just want to put them into breakout rooms. Since you've predetermined in Blackboard that they've already been assigned to groups, you can tell them to go into their group and click on their breakout room link so they can join that specific meeting and work with one another on whatever topic you have them working on. And you're also able to join them to make sure that they're keeping on task. One other option that you do have besides assigning them group projects, like an assignment, you can assign them a group discussion board. So if you click on discussion board, you can create a forum for them. Right now they just have this group project 2 forum, which really doesn't have any description or anything. So if you wanted to, you can just edit this. And then just pose your question. And you still have the same options as you do with any discussion forum. You can make this gradable just specifically for this group, and so on. And just click submit to save that. And here's your question. And it's just posted for your group 2. And then as you can see for group 1, when I go to discussion board, it does not have that question posed yet, but you can definitely add it. Your students here in the group tools, they're able to exchange files. They can start a group blog or a group journal or a group wiki. They can email each other through Blackboard if they don't have each other's emails. And then you can assign them group tasks just by clicking on the group task and creating a task for the group so that they know when to complete it. Only the students who are assigned in a specific group can see that group. So I know when you as the instructor click on groups, you'll see all the groups that you've created, but the students will only see the groups they've been assigned to. So it would most likely just be one group if they're only enrolled in the one. But that is essentially how you create the groups and how to utilize it here within Blackboard.